Yo, what's up guys? Del Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button, hit the like, it really helps me out. Anyway, on to another prediction. Today we're going to be predicting Ivan Baranchyk versus Jose Zepeda. This fight is a super lightweight bout, and in my opinion at least, an interesting fight. After COVID-19, this in my opinion has been one of the best fights scheduled. You know, Top Rank are now putting on cards, but the majority of the matchups are kind of one-sided. But this fight in particular does actually pique my fancy. It seems fairly interesting, so I thought I would do a prediction on this fight. Anyway, on to the tale of the tapes. We will start with the former IBF light welterweight world champion, Ivan Baranchyk. He has a record of 20 wins, 1 defeat, 0 draws. 13 of those 20 wins coming by way of knockout. And Jose Zepeda has a record of 31 wins, 2 defeats, 0 draws, 25 of those 31 wins coming by way of knockout. Ivan Baranchyk is listed as 5'8" with a 67-inch reach, whereas Jose Zepeda is listed as 5'8" with a 70.5-inch reach. So both guys are the same height, but Jose Zepeda has a 3.5-inch reach advantage. So he's the longer guy in this fight. Ivan Baranchyk is an orthodox fighter and he is 27 years old. Jose Zepeda is 31 years old and he's a southpaw. So that's the tale of the tape out of the way. Now let's get on to the actual breakdown of this fight. Now, when you look at both guys, when you look at both fighters, this really is a tale of a clash between a stereotypical pressure fighter versus a tricky southpaw boxer. The question is, who comes out on top and who implements their game plan on the other? Now going into this fight, I do have a fairly clear idea on who's going to win this fight. I'm not really sure on the method of victory, but I am kind of certain on who wins this fight. And in my opinion, the winner of this fight will be Ivan Baranchyk. I'm not entirely sure whether it's a points decision or a knockout win, but I am fairly certain that Ivan Baranchyk wins this fight. Going into this fight, Ivan Baranchyk is the pressure fighter, and Jose Zepeda is more of a boxer's type out of that southpaw stance. And I've seen a bit of both guys. I've seen a lot more of Ivan Baranchyk than I have Zepeda, but I've seen a fair amount of both. And from what I've seen of Jose Zepeda, he can mix it up, he can box, but I'm not sure whether he has the physical strength to deal with a top-level super lightweight like Ivan Baranchyk. I mean, he performed well in his last fight against Jose Pedraza, but essentially Pedraza, he was a blown-up lightweight, and that was a fairly competitive fight. He never really stamped his authority on that bout, and I wonder how he's going to, deal with the pressure of Baranchyk. And I wonder whether he's going to deal with the physicality of Ivan Baranchyk. Like I said earlier, Zepeda, he can mix it up. He's a good tricky boxer out of that southpaw stance. But, if you look at his resume at 140 pounds, I would say Pedraza is his best win. And that guy is a lightweight. His other two notable bouts was Jose Ramirez. He lost that fight. He was very competitive, but he did lose. And he also lost to Terry Flanagan back down at lightweight. In that fight, he retired with a shoulder injury. So from what I've seen of Zepeda at the top level, yeah, he's looked good against Pedraza, and he looked good in spots against Jose Ramirez, but he's never really convinced me as being like a top 140 pounder. He's a good contender, no doubt about it. He's a tricky southpaw who can box, but I'm still not entirely convinced of Jose Zepeda as like a top level 140 pounder, I don't really see this guy being a top 5 fighter in that weight class, whereas in my opinion, Ivan Baranchyk, despite the guy being somewhat limited, I think his physical attributes will take him quite far in this division. Of course, he's already been an IBF light welterweight champion, and those physical attributes are very impressive. He's a strong guy for the weight. In the clinch, up close, he mauls you, he pushes you back, he really smothers you, and he applies really good pressure using those quick feet of his. You know, he's not the most technical boxer in the world, but he makes up with that with his physical attributes and his physical pressure. Even against Josh Taylor, an elite level 140 pounder, he gave that guy some real hard problems in that fight. So Ivan Baranchyk is no joke. And from what I've seen of Jose Zepeda, I don't really see him having the physical prowess to keep Ivan Baranchyk at bay. You know, I don't really see him discouraging Ivan Baranchyk from coming forwards. I know Jose Zepeda's record indicates that he's a puncher, but he's really knocked nobody out at an elite level. You know, the best guys he's fought, he's gone the distance with. And I don't think his power translates to top level competition. And Ivan Baranchyk is top level competition in that division. I don't see Zepeda having enough power to hurt Baranchyk. I don't really see him having the physical attributes to tie Baranchyk up and nullify him that way. I don't really see how Jose Zepeda nullifies the pressure of Jose Baranchyk in this fight. Yeah, I could see him landing those southpaw leads, you know, those straight left counter punches as Baranchyk is coming in. But I don't really see him doing that regularly enough to outpoint Baranchyk, and I certainly don't see him hurting Baranchyk in this fight. And I think that's the key in this one. I think this fight is coming down to pure physicality, and in that area, I don't really see Jose Zepeda matching Baranchyk. You know, I just see Baranchyk marching forwards, closing the ring off, coming forwards, and basically kind of working Jose Zepeda on the inside, kind of smothering him, mauling him. It might be messy, but ultimately I would say Ivan Baranchyk is going to be the guy who's doing primarily the most work in this fight. He is going to be the guy dictating the pace of a fight, you know, and that's one thing Ivan Baranchyk does very well. You know, even in his loss to Josh Taylor, he made Josh Taylor fight a very rough, rugged fight. He really pushed Josh Taylor out of his comfort zone. You could tell the pressure was getting to him, and arguably that's the best fighter in the 140-pound weight class. So dropping down a few levels to Jose Zepeda, I've got to be honest, I don't really see a way Jose Zepeda can keep Baranchyk honest for 12 rounds, keep him at bay, and then do enough to win this fight on points. I certainly don't see Zepeda having enough power to knock out Baranchyk, so yeah, stylistically, I just believe this one favours Baranchyk, to be honest. You know, Zepeda, smooth boxer, nice technician, but I don't think Baranchyk is going to give him that time and space to really get his work off. You know, Baranchyk, compact pressure fighter, likes to come forwards, he'll ram that jab in your face, get up close, work the body, work the head with looping shots, and that's what I see happening in this fight. I don't see Zepeda offsetting Baranchyk. What can he really do? I don't think he can hurt him. I don't think he can outland him and outstrength him for a long period of time. I just see this as a really hard fight for Jose Zepeda, to be honest. But, you know, Zepeda himself is a good fighter, I've got to say. Performed well against Pedraza, put up a good showing against Jose Ramirez. He is a good fighter and arguably a top 10 in that division. But stylistically, I just favour Ivan Baranchyk in this fight. I've got Baranchyk winning this one. I'm not sure how, you know, points, late stoppage, something like that, but I've certainly got Baranchyk winning this fight, and I feel quite strongly about that. You know, I don't see Zepeda handling that pressure. But, yeah, if he does, he needs to catch Baranchyk early, put him in his place, hurt him, and he needs to tame the beast. He needs to tame the beast early. If Zepeda doesn't get Barancyk's respect early, I think he's lost this fight, to be honest. And, yeah. So my official prediction is Ivan Baranchyk to win, but I'm not entirely convinced in which the way it ends, to be honest. But, yeah, there we go. Ivan Baranchyk to win this fight. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Tell me what you think about this fight. Who are you picking to win this fight? And, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you could smash the like, it would be much appreciated. Also, if you're new here, smash the subscribe button. Really helps us out. But, yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to this fight, I've got to say. I think it is the best fight that's been announced post-pandemic, from Top Rank at least. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. Share your thoughts below. Peace.